This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Savage Reef. 3, 2, 1.
I was looking at polls for yesterday, and they have Vance up by 4 points.
And this was Thursday's polls?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
46 to 45.
Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy stuff. You know, I don't know, man. Do you think Vance is going to be winning this race or what?
Ooh. You know, it shouldn't be a close race. No offense. Because the reason why it shouldn't be a close race is because Ohio is a state that, like.
Yeah, I see that, but he also has a thing out right now where he's now asking this. Sauce, this is a source of pretty much desperation, if you ask me. He wants to have his pledge right now, $10 or $25 to help him win this battleground state of Ohio. He has that on his website right now. He says, please consider making a pledge for $10 or $25 to help me win this battleground state. What a fucking joke, man, if you ask me.
That's right.
Yeah, it's Tim Ryan, of course. Yeah, what else would it be?
Why is he that desperate? You know, why is he even asking people, well, how can they give him like $25 to $10 when they're already paying at the pump and everything's already high?
Your guess is good as mine. I mean, you know, obviously he understands it is a battleground state. He knows that, you know, J.D. Vance is really not a joke. I mean, right now. Do you remember earlier in the race that they looked at J.D. Vance as literally as a freaking joke? Oh, he's a joke. He's not going to win the primaries. You know, he's not going to be the nominee.
Talking about replacement theory. There's no big grand conspiracy. This is a country who's been enriched by immigrants from all quarters of the world. There's no the problem.
It's shameful for you to accuse me of that, given my family's in. It's shameful for you to accuse me of that.
My turn, pal. My turn. Oh, buddy.
You know, state senate of Ohio. We all remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Obviously, he's a threat now, Sauce. I mean, you know, because if you have Tim Ryan on his website that's looking for pledges of $10 or $25 to help him advance in this race, it doesn't look good for Tim Ryan. Who's that?
You can call on Joe Biden. He'll get more support for Vance than you.
Well, speaking of the Democrats, did you see what Tim Ryan literally said the other day?
That's nuts. That is psychotic, actually. That's not.
Yeah. Yeah, get this, Sauce. He said the other day against J.D. Vance, he says, why are you still going against Nancy Pelosi? If you want to win against her so bad, why don't you go back to San Francisco and run against Nancy Pelosi? Stop saying that. You're not running against Nancy. You're running against me, Tim Ryan. Oh, boy, I tell you.
That sounds – well, you know why he said that, right? Because Tim Ryan is in the pocketbook of Nancy Pelosi. And if Tim Ryan per se wins, you know who's he gonna be? You know who he has to call to, right? And it's not the constituents; it's the Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
because she makes the shots. She calls the shots. And why do you think she already?
I make the fucking shots.
Ambassador to Italy. Because her days are numbered.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's trying to get the the popularity from the Italians. Why she's doing that? Your guess again is good as mine. But
I think she's got it. Hey, you know what I think she's trying to do? I think she's just trying to find an excuse for her husband to drink more, and so he doesn't have to drive, so he doesn't get any more DUIs. I think he's trying to get out of probation. That's why she wants to. That's why she wants to move her husband over to Italy so he can escape probation. Doesn't have to be accountable for hitting anybody.
Yeah. There's talking about physical abuse on that family, Pelosi family. Her husband's is a fucking maniac. Pelosi's an alcoholic that should not be served as House Speaker. They're all crazy. They really are. They're a bunch of wackadoos.
They're like my ex-girlfriends. If you were to have Saucy's ex-girlfriend convention, that'd be the prime definition.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But listen to this, I want to get into some of this history here, right? You got Tim Ryan, right? He served as state senate in the 13th district there since 2003, right? And he's the author of a couple of books that came out, which I'm not even going to plug because they're idiotic books, stupid books. I read like one, and I'm like, people are going to buy this crap. I don't know. I don't think they're standing by Tim Ryan anymore. I think JD Vance has pretty much the golden goose in that race, if you ask me.
Oh, easily handed. And I also think that, not only and look at this though. Look at that. If you go right above Ohio, it's Michigan. You look at who's making ground game. Miss Dixon is. And she's pushing endorsements from and you also look at President Trump. He's been in, President Trump's been in key battleground states. He's been in Ohio. He's been in Texas. He's been in Michigan. He's been in Wisconsin, and it seems like if you have the endorsement, if Vance keeps the endorsement of President Trump, that should be an easy win for him.
Savaged, unfiltered.
Well, you speak of President Trump. Did you hear just recently when President Trump made that comment to JD Vance about being the author of Hillbilly Elegy? Did you hear that one?
I did not actually. No.
That was at a recent rally when he was basically in Ohio. Pretty much campaigning for himself, but also campaigning for JD Vance for this race of state senate. And he was saying, don't count Vance out, folks, because he is the author of Hillbilly Elegy. And I mean, it's just joke, like how he has the support of hillbillies there in Ohio, which I don't look at Ohio as a hillbilly state. I think it's a mixed reaction, a mixed blended type of state. You know what I mean?
Ohio? Do you think Ohio is full of hill? I thought that's Kentucky.
Yeah, it's Kentucky. That's why I'm hinting at, Sauce. Ohio isn't a hillbilly state at all, but
no, it's the state of Ohio. That's what it's state of. That they're fighting Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're the Buckeyes. But now Ryan is now asking, and get this here. This is where Ryan's going back into his desperation. Ryan is now asking why the Dems don't smell blood and not help him in Ohio. Do you know that the Democrats are not spending any big money in his party or his race to try to help him? They're not. They can care two shits about Tim Ryan. Like, he's begging the Democratic Party to fund his campaign, and they're not doing a damn thing. They're just ignoring him. They're like, yeah, whatever. You're not important. You're not important. I guess that seat's not important, Sauce. I don't know.
That's pretty sad, isn't it? Well, that shows you a true testament that they're running out of money, that the Democratic Party is running out of money. You know what they could do, though? They could go to those gas companies that the gas companies have all accepted money and stuff, and they could say, hey, here's the money at the pump. Well, here you go. What can you do with this? Or they should go to China, actually, because they're running low on money. Might as well just go to China and see if they can endorse the candidates, since that's what they pretty much give money to is anti-Semitic people,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could see right now, JD Vance, winning that seat next month. I really do. I mean, he's up what?
No, 19 days. 18 days. 18 days. He's going to win.
Yeah. You're damn right he's going to win.
It is a myth that terrorism stopped during COVID. Unfortunately, mainstream media opted to prioritize pandemic hysteria over promoting all news. Terrorism continues. Simply hoping that it doesn't affect you is not a strategy. The new book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you, featured on The Author Show, is now available in paperback from bookstores, online, or as an ebook exclusively through Amazon Kindle. Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you by Joseph M. Leonard. Order today.
It's going to come like that. I mean, we're almost through the month of October. I'm looking at it. It's like what, the 20th already of October. I mean, that's crazy. 21st, excuse me. It's 21st, right? Yeah. 21st of October. That's crazy. You know, I mean, just in a couple, 10, 11 days, it's going to be the end of the month. Nuts. It's really crazy. Listen to this. Tim Ryan, just the other day, folks, on Twitter, came out with a video, which I'm going to plug into the show here momentarily. He has a video now on Twitter that he's trying to now get support from union workers. And he has a new campaign kind of message, if you want to call it that, where he's like, protect Ohio union workers. Yeah, guys, check this video out.
Unions, organized labor, built the middle class of this country. It's been kicked to the curb by the Republican Party. The Democratic Party has more to do, more to say for organized labor than does the Republican Party.
So, Sas, did you see the video on Twitter? I know you're heavily involved on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. They fucking canned me. I'm not allowed to express anything on Twitter.
Dude,
I'm blocked.
Hey, you know what? I just want to tell you that's okay. So I want no offense. It's not funny. It is sad because you pushed it and stuff. You got canned off of TikTok. You got canned off of Twitter. You got all that. So you're missing out on a lot of things. Well,
I am missing out on a lot of things, but guess what? It's not my fault. It's not my fault that they don't like me. That's why they can me, because they don't like me. I'm another Trump type of guy where I love my country. I love for what it stands, and I support law and order. I guess, Sas, this is what I have to do to get back onto Twitter. I guess I don't have to support law and order. I guess I have to support criminal activity. I have to support the rainbow people. I have to support this and that, and then they'll welcome me back with open arms. Right?
Hey, you know what you have to do? We should go back in time, because you know what yesterday was? The National Pronouns Day. It's National Your Pronoun Day. And I sent you a TikTok. You have to, you know what you have to do?
I seen the TikTok. Yeah, I see the TikTok. Check this TikTok that Sas sent to me. I'm going to plug it in right now. I mean, it's funny as hell. Oh.
International Pronouns Day. The third Wednesday in every October is International Pronouns Day. This day is all about educating and sharing and making talking about personal pronouns commonplace. I go by they, them pronouns. What pronouns do you use?
First and foremost, where the hell did you get that TikTok at? You come up with the craziest TikToks ever. I don't know where you get TikTok videos, but they're funny as hell.
It is. Well, you know what, that guy is a high school teacher in Madison, Wisconsin, on the east side of English. He's an English teacher in the east side of Madison.
Michael and Sauce Unfiltered.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of it, what are your pronouns? Mine is Patriot American. That's my pronouns.
Oh, my pronoun? My pronoun is Michael Gardner. I was born as Michael Gardner, guys. I identify as Michael Gardner. I identify as a 40-year-old white Caucasian male, originally resided from Queens, New York, now residing in the state of Florida, which is a southern state, which is also it also came into this union in 1856, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I have to look it up. I don't know everything about the country. I'll admit that. But it is considered a United States state, folks. Yes, it is. And it really loves its oranges. So that's what I identify. That's my pronouns, Sauce.
My pronouns are Patriot American, Saucelin Teemanson, 24 years old. Fighting for America, fighting for freedom. And I live in a great Russia 2.0 state that is full of who knows what might come out of the state's mouth. We're always in the news somehow. I don't know why. For something stupid like this.
Yeah. Sas resides in the and no offense, Sas, you reside in the garbage state. That's where all our, states like Wisconsin, New York, other states that resemble that, California, all the trash that we have to normally, put in, big trash bins, right? We don't put them in trash bins. We don't put them in landfills. We just go to states like Wisconsin and other states, and we just dump it there because they love it. They open it up with open arms. They love the trash because they're like, yeah, bring some more trash here. We love it. We love it. We love criminal activity. We love socialism, communism. We love it. Let's bring it open here. Let's open it up. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Hey, and we'll give you money. We're going to take away from veterans, and we're going to make sure that the veterans pay for it, and anybody else. And we're going to put politics first, and we're going to raise every gas prices to $4.72 a gallon.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But back to this Vance guys here. I'm going to close it out here in about another 8 minutes here. But Vance now is calling Ryan a radical liberal. Do you think he? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he is a radical liberal. And there was a lot of good comments coming out of President Trump on Tim Ryan, how if Tim Ryan wins this election next month in November and becomes the state Senate for the 13th district there in Ohio, that's a very important district in Ohio, Sas. It's a very, very important one. Let's just leave it like that. He said if he becomes the state Senate of Ohio, you are going to have the same principles and the same policies that you're seeing from your president currently right now in the White House. And I think Ohio does not need that right now. They are somewhat conservative, but they have a lot of blue territory, Sus.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like with Florida, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you have Orlando. Orlando's somewhat blue.
Miami, Tampa.
Miami. No. Miami is very conservative. It's flipping now. The Hispanics are not backing the Democratic Party in Miami like they once was. They're like, no, we don't want Democrats. We want Republicans. The last presidential election, Sas, the Hispanic communities there in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, they voted for Trump in 2020. It's becoming very conservative in the last 3 or 4 years now. Before that, they're like, we want Democrats. They voted for Obama and other candidates in that agenda. But yeah, it's becoming conservative. It really is.
That's surprising. I think a lot of it's gonna, I think we have a lot to figure out what's going to happen within this, especially in Ohio with that Senate district and stuff. And yeah, I guess all eyes are going to be on. Are you doing anything for election night? Are you having an election party or?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink, and I'm going to turn on CNN, and I'm gonna be like, "Let's go, Don Lemon, give me some fake news." No, I don't. No, I don't have anything going on. But I do want to mention this one part here before I push this here. We're talking about the Tim Ryan thing. Another attempt, what he's trying to do, desperation mode 2.0, guys. It's in full effect. He's pushing this abortion in his state right now. This is part of his move, that how he wants to reshape the Democratic Party. He actually said this, Sus. He said that he is going to make any attempt right now to reshape the Democratic Party because he sees where it's going. I think you mentioned the other day on your show that, Barack Obama is seeing some type of, dismay in the Democratic Party. Tim Ryan is pretty much going on that same bandwagon, but now he's going to do this to reshape it. He's going to push this abortion crap. He wants to push it not only for the Democratic Party, but he wants to push it in Ohio, to possibly have Ohio literally welcome abortion.
That's actually really sad.
Yeah, it is sad. But, J.D. Vance is wanting to ban it. Now, J.D. Vance, just the other day, going into early last week, has said that he is in full support Following by South Carolina's Lindsey Graham wanting to ban abortion at 15 weeks. Because Lindsey Graham says that, abortion should be banned at 15 weeks. If you want to have abortion after 15 weeks, that's considered premeditated murder, Sauce.
You and I both agree. I agree 100%. But I go one step further. I say if you do any kind of abortion and stuff, I know this could probably get your viewers upset, but if you do any kind of abortion, you should be held liable, and you better have a good darn excuse on why you did such a thing. Why can't you put, like for adoptions, why can't you go through the adoption process and stuff? Like I was adopted. So the whole thing is, that's a very touchy subject, and I'm very passionate about that subject. And I think there should be other alternatives besides abortions.
Well, it's linking into this next thing I want to say before I close it out. This is the medical madness that you're seeing from the Democratic Party. They want this medical madness. They want it. I mean, we've seen it with COVID, right? I mean, how much money was made from COVID in the last 2-3 years? Literally.
Trillions?
I wouldn't go that far. Billions, us. But I don't know about trillions. But I mean, abortions, to an extent. If the woman did not consent to it and it was out of her will, right? Her spiritual will, and I mean, yeah, I can, okay. Yeah. That was not consented. That should be excused. She should be eligible and to elect into that abortion. But if they're just, wanting to have sex and not practice recreational sex and protected sex, then why should you as a taxpayer have to put up and foot, the fucking bill? I mean, you know what I mean?
Well, here's my question. Okay, before we leave, do you think this whole abortion issue do you think the voters actually really care about that? Or do they really think, or do they more care about the economy and what's going on in the direction of this country?
Well, here it is, Sauce. Abortion is going to be on the ballot come next month and in 2024. The abortion's on the ballot. I know the economy is on the ballot, and I know borders, like security, is on the ballot. Those are 3 things that are going to be on the ballot. Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia is pushing these 3 very heavily, and this is why she's getting attacked and other conservatives. But you said something. Why do I what?
Do you think? What was I gonna say? Man, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I pulled the Joe Biden moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, crickets! We got crickets from Sauce. It's okay.
That really happens.
We got the crickets. Yeah. Why do I? You said something about abortion, right?
Oh yes, yeah. No, now I remember. Sorry. Do you think abortion is actually a topic that, like, the people at the ballot boxes?
Michael and Sauce Unfiltered.
Or do you think they're going to be worried about how am I going to pay my next bill, or how am I going to pay for gas?
They're going to worry about abortions because this is exactly what the Democrats want to do. They want to now try to put it into a bill where it is going to affect the taxpayer. And your taxes are going to go up. Now, if they see that happening after the midterms and Joe Biden goes to his little desk in the White House and says, hey, guys. Oh, wait, that's Nancy. And Nancy says, hey, guys, Mr. President is going to sign this abortion bill, and we're going to make it possible. So starting in January 1st of 2023, abortions are going to be legal. What's going to happen? You're going to have a whole bunch of taxpayers come out, and they're going to be pissed because your taxes are going to go up by like 10 to 15%, Sauce, just for that.
Aren't they already going up, though, too? Like, man, they're draining us out everything.
They're going up. Yeah, they're going up with the abortions, but it's going to be skyrocket. Hell, it might even be like 30% by that time. I hope not. But
I hope not either. Because how am I going to live a life without no money? I mean, that's another thing.
Sauce, we can't live a life right now as it is. I mean, look at the inflation rates. They're skyrocket. It's like a 40-year high. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Guys, we're going to close it out here. I'm out of words. I really am. It's one of those weeks. Guys, we had a really crappy Wednesday night. Obviously, I do apologize for my listeners. We promoted that show like crazy. The streaming invasion in 2022, I was really hoping to have that episode. But it is what it is. Joseph did reach out to me. He had some type of family obligation. We do understand it happens. Sorry, Joseph, I got a little crazy on the show, but Sauce knows I have a huge passion behind this podcasting, and it's crazy. It really is. But other than that, Sauce, I'm going to get going, buddy. Got anything going on there this weekend or no?
Well, tomorrow you and I are going to do a show tomorrow. I gave it away. Whoops. Okay. Well, we're going to do something together. Stay tuned for next week.
All right. That Sauce is out of words. I'm out of words. I'm going to go have a beer, guys. I'm going to go get drunk. It's the weekend.
Enjoy the weekend.
Exactly. Have a good weekend, guys. Remember to hit that like and follow button on all major platforms, including Spotify. Take it easy, guys.